Hello, hello, hello. Maybe. Am I saying hello? Bro, they canceled it. I swear. That makes me so mad. Alright. They either canceled it or I was misinformed. But, yeah. I do want to see what announcement is going to be made soon about the Epstein files. Hey, Benito. Hey, Australian Wixo. Um, ooh. Alright. So, we don't go to sleep. It's midday. It's midnight. That's what I call it. Midnight. That's what it is for me. Um, Midway. Battle of Midway. My bad. Ooh, no. Oh my God, the Japanese doing it again. Honestly, that's more accurate than we do think. Trust. With the new prime minister, hell yeah. Wait, I gotta see what's muted and not what's not muted, so I can, yeah. All right. So the Japanese, they're doing it again, doing it better than any other. My bad. And Golan, a lot happened in my series because I got a new player in it. All right. Dun, dun, dun. What is up? And Golan, what VC are you in? I'm not in a VC. I'm just listening to music and yeah, talking to y'all. Uh, Sue, Sue, whatever your name is. I am so sorry. 0.75. 0.70. What's up, Jay? Alright, hold up. There we go. Tagged. Alright. Either way. Do you play Sab? What's Sab? Can you play Paint the World, please? Maybe. So is this modern mappers these days? Um, Modern mappers. What do you mean by is this modern mappers today? Hello, y'all. It's been a while. I haven't streamed in a minute. What do you mean by modern mappers? Like, as in, like, me? Norwegian? And all that mess? I wouldn't classify me as a map mapper. I don't want to be a map mapper. I want to be a little bit different, but, can't. When I'm older, though, I will. I will, do more of what I want. Map oriented, though. Um, Maybe. Depends on how I'm doing it. Join me? What game are you playing? Alright, choom. Alright, so got this guy. It's been about 8 years or so, but I used to be a mapper when it was still newer. Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, modern mapping is like Wixo, um, maybe. First time I've seen one of y'all in a bit. Maybe like possible history style content, but it's fallen off. Like, hmm, I want to say like conventional, those little animation mappings and all that mess. Nah, gone. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Um, they don't blow up, I'd say. But there is definitely a new stage in the mapping community in general. Um, where it's either higher effort content than that or lower effort content. And I'm trying to learn how to do the higher effort stuff, and I'm pushing myself to do it recently. Um, but the mapping community, jokes and memes. Literally, all we do is what if civilization started over? Nothing good. I did a series with all my friends. Cheese, Wonder Waffle, Kevin, Japanese, Cosmic, etc. So I have no clue who all those people are. Um, yeah, the mapping community's changed. So I don't know if you've seen mapping content, but like one man defined the entire has been defining the entire mapping community for a while. For a minute. Hold up, let me pull him up. So this is really weird since you're someone who's out of the community. I'm someone who's keeping up with it, so it's a little weird. But forgive me for my there we go. All right. Even though we were active, we tell it good changing fast. All right. So it is pro. He's been defining the mapping community for a minute. Possible history also been defining the mapping community for a while. Um, and that nobody else has been big enough to define the mapping community with their face, with their influence, just generally with that. Adis Pro, he's been he's caused a whole new outbreak of types of videos. So he's created a series called What If Civilization Started Over that started in the bottom of Arabia and has turned into what you can see now through these thumbnails. And these videos have went on for around 2 years now, and they have inspired many creators like such as Ender M, AltSend Mapping, uh, myself, a Norwegian, a lot of new mappers who are smaller. Now, I don't know what you would classify as like from the old times of conventional mapping, as it's known now, would classify as mapping per se. But I mean, I'm gonna check out your channel if there's anything on there. Do y'all do stories for plots for your videos, or is it completely changed? I was specifically Country Ball and Green Map Group. So if you have Discord, I'll send you a link. So I do have Discord, but I don't use it much. I don't have a server up or anything. But stories, plots, and videos. No, I didn't do it on this channel. I still have a trailer I saved. I can send you. All right. My yeah, that's my user, Angolan Ball Mapping. I don't have a Discord server though. Took it down, but I do have Discord. Um, this is pretty cool though. An older mapper left the community and is returning to see how it's doing. Don't Wix so stupid. You'll be into it for like maybe 50 episodes of watching it, maybe even less. Then you'll lose interest and say it fallen off when it's really good. And then you'll be like, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to watch it. But then you're gonna be stuck in a loop where you're too addicted to series, can't get out of it. And if you're a content creator, you're gonna want to look for a solution to go away from it, but you're not gonna be doing that. So you're just gonna stop creating content and you're gonna be streaming only. Because I haven't uploaded in 13 days. 13 days. I haven't uploaded in 13 days. I've fallen off, guys. So Altson, he looks like he's getting tired of Wixo. To be honest, yeah, he looks like he's getting tired of Wixo. Everybody is. Oh, is your name account name cap sensitive? Oh no, I changed it. I changed it. Hold up. I changed my user to something stupid so people couldn't add me randomly. Um, shoot. I'm gonna delete this afterwards. I hope y'all don't find out about this, and if y'all do, whatever. Um, ooh, hold up. Thank you for the sub. Um, hold up. Why isn't it? Alright, my thing's being weird. Hold up, give me a minute. Um, streamer mode off. Aren't we friends on Discord, or am I tripping? I think we are. We might not be. Alright, there's my user. Do not post that anywhere. Um, or tell anyone about it. I don't want to be active on Discord with fans or anything. Sticking to my area. And, yeah. My streams have fallen off, I will say that. As of recently. Not so recently. But, wow. Been out of the mapping community for 8 years. I accepted it. 8 years. That's insane. And you're coming back. That's cool. Coming back because you saw my stream. Not actually coming back to the community, but coming into just to see what's going on in the community. But yeah, the people who I know who have been defining the mapping community so far is Aegis Pro, Possible History, Rewriting History, um, hmm. There was this conventional mapper that I watched for a while, and they had a lots of subscribers, but I haven't seen them in a minute. Yeah, I saw mapping in your name and thought, well, I haven't seen this in almost a decade. Wow, that's insane. I should go back to geography videos, not even gonna lie. Yeah. I want to get away from mapping personally. I don't want to step into the political domain. All right. Whoa. The international historian. Hmm. All right. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing you're an adult, and here's a few people I was around podcast series. OMS. Waffle. Oh God. These guys have horrible post schedules. Oh. Oh wow. These guys haven't posted in forever. Japanese mapping. That's insane. So just looking at it. All right. Wow. So the OGs. That's insane. Your generation of just map. If we did a monthly uploads, we considered that a success. People like Cosmic uploaded once in every 6 months. Oh wow. That's beautiful. Back in my day, like 2015, and I'm not even the first generation. I think the first generation was like back in 2009, so my birthday or my birth year. You were mapping when I was like 6. Yo. Oh God. And I'm 15 now. 16. 16. YouTube, remember that I said 16. That's insane. You know, I don't know what to say. You're a part of the generation who pretty much founded the modern mapping community and impacted it probably the most out of anyone else. Just laying the groundworks for it and allowing for major influencers like Aidis Pro, Possible History to get tons of different people who view this content and all that mess. Yeah, I was in the middle of a documentary series about mapping when I quit. I interviewed a bunch of boomers who had already quit. Things change so fast. Yeah. Dude, that's insane. You're an OG in the mapping community, and I'm new. Like, I've only been in the mapping community for 6 months, which I guess that ain't that new, but relative to how long you were in the mapping community, and yeah, that's a short amount of time. This is a really short amount of time. God. And I'm about to be getting a job. I'm almost able to drive, and I'm still mapping. Unfortunately, I never got the fame. I played support for others, but we did the footwork of starting Discords plus Google groups to make it a real connected community. Yeah, God. And I've only been in the community part of mapping for maybe 7 or 8 months. That's insane. You you did a lot. You and other mappers. Back in 2015. Oh wow. After it was popular in 2009. Um, well, we all move on, unfortunately. The room to grow is very small compared to other things. Still, I like having side hobbies and upcoming YouTube projects, but mapping will still be a good core memory. So, yeah, now I'm 24. I can still remember good times and the drama like it was last week. Yeah, that's insane. God, is that how I'm gonna reflect on this? This is amazing. Geography slash mapping will always be one of the building bricks that lifted people up. Yeah, those people, the dramas, and everything you did with others in the mapping community. I'm thankful that you and the others did that to lay the groundworks for me getting into this. Because I only got into it, what, like 3 years ago? Only started my channel 6 months ago. Not, yeah, maybe seven. Then it would be 9 months. Have fun at church, PJ. Oh, wow. That's that's something else. Which I'd say like one of the older ones in the mapping community, the modern mapping community, who haven't gotten out of mapping. We're very young. Maybe you'll reflect like that. I keep in touch with maybe three of the old mappers, and they either never mention it again or will talk about it sometimes nostalgic. Hopefully you go far. What are your channel ambitions? So my channel ambitions right now is discover the type of mapping I like. I've been messing around with mapping, seeing different stuff, seeing if I find it enjoyable. Um, and nothing other than streaming I've liked. But my main thing is find something that I like to do, and my channel ambitions, like 1K by the end of the month. Um, and just maybe become a streaming mapper. And then I also want to become a political activist soon. Whenever my parents start to let me, but I feel like I should be allowed to become a political activist because my views not aligning with the left or the right and being more of not pro current American stuff, not pro whatever, just more neutral instead of following down a path from the left or the right, just finding what I can find from both sides, seeing what I like, and all that mess. Arguing with everyone and pissing everyone off, but at the same time making somewhat of a sense. Um, well, if you ever get interested in the old ways, the wiki is somehow still up. Yeah, send me the link to that. I'd love to learn a bit of the old ways y'all did stuff for the unks, because I'm interested, don't get me wrong, but I'm leaning towards political activism. Oh man, alternative political guy. You really are a mapper. I know. Yeah. The mapping community is now just very far left weird liberals and very far right disgusting conservatives. There's no alternative central pick your own stuff off of your beliefs guy. There's only a few, and it's very sad. Just shows how much influence others have had. Oh wow. Alrighty. So I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna save it somewhere. I'm gonna go through it later. Well, that's nothing new. Yeah. The majority of people I know, mm, they're a weird mix of beliefs or they're left. There's not many. Well, there is a few hardline conservatives that I know, but it's like at the same time, eh, left and the right's crazy. The mapping community's just as divided as any other community, which is insane because we're supposed to be politically educated and geopolitically educated. Like, no, it's insane. It's just showing how far information has come in a bad way. Man, I'm having all the flashbacks of making 1,000 individual slides for video. Made them all by hand. Yeah, that's insane. You know, just the evolution of mapping. It's crazy. You got Doodle Empires, Paint.net now, and everyone's doing like OBS while in Paint.net. Mapping. Alright, so I'm gonna, boom. I wish there was like a little video on styles of mapping that I could experiment with, but there's not nothing up there. I'm saving a few stuff. Um, hmm. But what we got right now is you got a bunch of people with laptops and PCs going on Paint.net, getting a map chart map and going on OBS and recording them actively mapping. It's different than that style of mapping. Because literally all you got is people going on here, right, saying, hey, let's see. France is making an empire. They're attacking Germany. Let's see what's happening in this war. Move the tolerance down. Adjust this. Oh, I haven't messed with something like this in a minute. Hold up. Yeah, I'm not used to working with this PX. I'm gonna have to adjust that a lot. But other than that, that's just what we got now. But then I came the Adobe. So, yeah, there's tons of different mapping styles. And I've thought about creating a new mapping style and doing whatever I want, but I don't know what I'd do for creating a new mapping style. Like, what genre would I do? Would I do alt history? And how would I do the alt history? Like, I want to innovate and do something that I really truly enjoy that others aren't doing, that nobody else knows how to do. So I can only be one of the few ones that do this style of content, teach a few people how to do it. They teach more people. Yeah. Well, things have changed a lot. I mean, we used dialogues, boxes, grips, country ball animations. Some people went crazy with details. Yeah. Now the most details you got is like provinces and capitals on maps like this, which I don't have any provinces or maps or capitals put into the layers for this, but ooh, I could get, there we go. So provinces, yay. And then also capital and city names, that's on there too. This is a lower quality map, so my bad. I'm gonna adjust a few things real quick. But yeah, mapping communities changed. Um, Wait, do people still make Alternate Future the world? So people do make Alternative Future the world, but it's like, um, in this style, literally in this style, they make Alternative Future the world. So I don't know if you're proud or not of that, but that's how they do it. And yeah, mapping community flopped while you were gone, bro. Do not recommend coming back. Nah, it's fine-ish. This has its downsides. Um, there's a lot more creepy people in it though. I will say that. There's a lot more people who will try to find your location and all that mess, and there's a lot of obsessions on here too with people. Not with different styles of mapping. But yeah, the mappers has fallen. Millions must learn to make slides. Yeah, mappers have put in less effort in their content. I've tried putting in more effort in my content with like some stuff, but I get it. It took like 25 hours to make a good video, and then it got 25,000 views if you're lucky. Yeah, nah, it's horrible. And then this, I hate this. I don't know how to fix this problem anymore. Um, I haven't used a map chart map in a while, but there's a lot that we have wrong with the community. We're getting lazy. Everyone's getting lazy. Other content genres are getting lazy too. So, not even gonna blame the mapping community solely on there. But yeah, lots have changed. I don't like how things have changed sometimes, but I'm also like, I do this mapping, so I can't be complaining. But um, yeah, Ada's Pro changed Alternative Future of the World, started a whole different mapping genre. So now you got Alternative Future of the World being done like how I showed you. You got Empire videos, which I don't know if y'all old mappers had those, but it's where one individual country on the modern world map forms a country's like empire that it would be able to form in a set amount of time. So imagine my country in Angola, little old Africa, stabilizes itself, gets a lot of population, a lot of money, a lot of resources, a lot of military buffs, and then invades all of its neighbors, becoming a top power. That's what happens. It's insane. Man, on some random hard drive, I have all my old stuff. I'd give it to you if I could. We made our maps from hand. I had like 20 layers on paint.net. Good times. Yeah. All your maps from hand. That's insane. Just shows the amount of effort y'all put in. But now there's like sites where you can get maps and all that mess. Edit them from there. There's so much you can get. There's Google Drives filled with maps and all that mess. So like y'all doing all those maps by hand, we probably still use a few of those today. That just made us really lazy. Hi, I'm back, guys. Alright. Doing, yeah. Doing my plant. I think that's insane. Um, but also, I do gotta remember, why Angola? Most people picked where nations where they live or were fans of. Yeah, we made a lot of those sites. Yo, literally laying the groundwork for me mathing. That's insane. Angola, I picked it because of its history in the Civil War and in its Civil War in the Cold War, in the first Cold War. Um, Other than that, I don't know why I picked it. It's just a random country, has some very bad problems. Second largest exporter of petroleum to the United States. Thank you, Trump, for that. Used to be the third. Trump made it to the second. So I like him a little bit for that, but not very much. Um, that was one reason I took the drive to look at modern mappers because I saw a map that I made with cheese waffles for collab on a YouTube short. Oh wow. Yeah, recognizing your old stuff being used even today. Angola does have some interesting history. Yeah, I hate the Portuguese though. So, yeah, hate the Portuguese. So I'm truly Angolan. And I have the flag. So I have to be Angolan. Shoot, I adjusted my camera too much. Yeah, it was the USA state map we made in like 2016. God, this is making me feel super young and I love it. Guys, what country should be as mapper? Be a country not many people know, not really prominent. Um, Not a European country. I hate Europe. Hold up. I gotta look at a map for this. So, I'm gonna cross out a few I know are used. If you're from the US, don't use the US. Too many people have used that. Alright, so I'm gonna just boom. Map. So nations that you could do, Nordics, nah. Here, this will be like neutral versus not neutral. Nordics, no. All the Nordic related mappers are either bad people or they're my Pookie Norwegian. Um, yeah. So Europe for the most part, nah. Don't do Europe. You could do like Catalonia or Aragon, like be a little bit more historical, or be like a Balkan country. Hungary would be a good one. Austria would be a bad one. Too many bad people are affiliated with Austria. Russia would be a bad one. Belarus would be a decent one if you like Belarusian history. Sulu mapping. But if you want to be a country ball like that, I would recommend going into history, maybe, and finding a country. But on that, if you want to do a modern day, European countries for the most part, nah. Albania, I hate Albania. Turkey, maybe. I personally went for history. I was the first Kevin Russ mapping. Oh, wow. First Kevin Russ mapping. I still follow a Kevin Russ mapping on TikTok. Or Croatia Jam's too prominent. Hold up. First Kevin Russ mapping. No way. And I follow a Kevin Russ on TikTok. And Angolan, Europe, for me, is the same for me. Yeah, Europe, I don't think, yeah, I don't like Europe that well. Europe, too bland, too, like, predictable. Canada, maybe. Canada's really cool. USA, no. Mexico, no. Central America depends. Brazil, no. Mapping Empire's already modeled himself after Brazil. Um, Venezuela would be cool, because, yeah. Don't support Venezuela, by the way. Um, Australia, nah. My Pookie, Osgeo is already Australia. And the mapping community is zesty. I don't know if you know this or not, but the mapping community is extremely either fake acting homosexual or are homosexual, which is weird. I don't know why, but we're the weirdest community for that. You want to feel old as by bloody Ukrainian? I was the first Kevin Russ mapping before the war and Crimea was annexed. First Ukrainian, first by blood Ukrainian, first Kevin Russ mapping before Crimea was Russian, which Crimea is not Russian on this map, surprisingly. Um, wow. Dude, dude, you laid the groundworks for every little thing. God, that's insane. Mongolia, nah, too bland. The stands, Afghanistan would be a good one. India mapping's too prominent. You can't be India. Shoot. There's not a lot of good countries. Iran would be a good one. Burma. Oh. So if I know a little bit about you, I could help you pick. Like religion would be a good one if you want to feel more connected to a country religiously. Um, what countries you support could also come into it. Like if we, uh, let's not go there. Let's not go here. Let's not go here. Let's not go here. This is sink it into the ocean. I am old. Oh no. Yeah, I get called old, and you're like one of the founding fathers, basically, of the mapping community. Let's remove that from the map. Him Hmong or Khmer mapping. Here. Hmm. Don't know how to pronounce that. Um. Oh wow. I don't know who those people are. Let's solve another conflict. Boom. Yay. The world's a little bit peaceful. Let's solve a lot more conflict. If you're Philippines, I'd take one of the islands as a name or one of the kingdoms from there. That's a good idea. I forgot we have like 70,000, 7,000 islands in the Philippines. Yeah. So if you do that, you could also pick a city. There's a few city-state mappers. Not city-state mappers. Just city mappers. I'm slow today. Angola, what about Russia and Ukraine? Ukraine should stick around. Ukraine's the only good, like, country in these conflicts. Let's be real. They're the only good guys. You got two evils for each conflict. Ukraine has done some bad stuff to Russian troops, no doubt. Um, but like compared to the others, Ukraine's innocent. Hmong are Normannic people in Laos, and Khmer are a native name from the Cambodian monarchy. Oh wow. 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 Honestly, I did not know that. Samato Principle. I haven't seen anyone named that. Small islands across the coast of Africa. Hmm. Still a little part of Alaska still here. I'm gonna just give it to Canada. They've been through too much. As of recently, Canada's been through too much. So just just give them a little bit of Alaska. I think that's a unique name. Nobody's picked it that I know of. Seato, Seatome. If you want to, do it. But if you don't want to, don't do it. Stay at home. Pick it or do not. Could care less what you pick with that choice. It's just unique. That's what I said. That's my opinion. Take it as you want. What on earth did I come across? What is that map, bro? I should create Greater Finland on this map, but I don't want to. The Greater Finland obsession needs to end. Like, I'm tired of Greater Finland being like, yes, this needs to be reformed, or like, yeah, I don't really care about it. It just needs to either be reformed in IRL, not reformed, made in IRL. Um, I don't think Greater Finland was ever a thing. Um, it needs to have its borders IRL. It needs to take its borders IRL. Or we just need to stop obsessing over it. Like, I've been obsessed with the beautiful, absolutely beautiful Greater Finland borders for forever. And it's just like, I either need to stop obsessing over it. Finland needs to go to war with Russia and win. Or, I don't know. Like, it looks so pretty, so beautiful. Better than any other. God, I love that. I gotta stop making fun of him. Alright. Politics is great. Shilikides, Thoatom, Kyrgyzstan, Benin, or Tajikistan. So you're gonna want to go for the easier ones to pronounce. So nobody's gonna want to say Kyrgyzstan mapping or Tajikistan mapping. Like, you gotta be able to say your name even if we're not mapper or country educated. Because if you have random, like, uneducated geography people, who are new, you're gonna want a simpler name if you see it, you can pronounce it. What are you YouTube goals after or with Mapping Channel long term? So my long-term goal is to turn this into a slowly getting more political integrated channel with mapping through or politics through mapping than just general politics after that. Um, Other than that, I don't know. What I want to do is politics, but I don't know how deep I want to get into politics. Like if I want to fully step out of mapping and enter into the realm of politics. But this is going to be a long-term channel, hopefully, which I might lose that drive, but we don't know. Um, Other than that, I really don't know. Like, I'm not gonna be doing this for all of my life. Maybe. Um, to be honest, no, a big one for me would be Armenia and Azerbaijan. Armenia and Azerbaijan. Ooh, hold up. Yeah, I forgot to solve a little bit of conflict. A little bit more conflict. Middle East is about to be fixed. Um, oh, I'm not gonna solve the Greece, Turkey. I'm gonna solve India, Pakistan. I'm gonna solve Taiwan's problem. Um, no, I can't. There's too many countries. What about Peru, guys? Is it decent or a big no? Peru's decent. Peruvian mapper? Yeah. Peru's good. Now you can get away with Peru easily. Perfect name. We'll never be afraid to change. I left and did History Channel in the first link, then I stopped, but I plan my return, and I've been well prepared to plan. Where? Lots of Peru. How about Ecuador mapping? So I haven't seen a Peru map. Shoot, you want to be unique, not steal anyone's title, but God, you could always do like a country that hasn't been made, like an alt country. Like Bougainville mapping or whatever this island's name. Wait, this island zoomed in on the wrong spot. EAF mapper. That's a good one. Hmm. Bougainville map. Pretty sure that's what this is. Um. So. Hmm. Then what you could also do is like maybe alternative history countries that could have been. That would have been a cool one to do. Anything just not European. So EAF, Bougainville mapper, I could see, you know, because it's not yet a country yet. Or Somaliland mapper has some good history, but not yet formed. Um, I don't know how you would feel about that, but that is an option. Which I do hope it gets independence. And then Transnistria is the one you could do, but there's already a lot of Transnistria mappers. Which I do think Transnistria should get independence, despite being a pro-Western person. And not a leftist. A crazy leftist who supports communism. Or not a right-winger who's against it. Um, Transnistria would be a cool area. Tourist mapper. Transnistria would be a great one. Yeah, Transnistria mapper. Transylvania mapping would be a good one for Halloween. Lesotho mapping. I haven't seen any Lesotho. Or historical countries. Historical countries you don't see a lot. A historical country would be cool, like Yan mapping. Or one of the hordes would be cool. One of the other hordes. Like Gold Horde. Like Mongol related countries. That would be super cool. Um, I wonder. Or you could do like an international organization too. Ryzen. 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 Pretty cool. Granada mapping. I feel like one of the dynasties would be cool for like China. Um, Sultanate Empire mapping, so chosen. Um, you could also do like a government type. I've seen empire mapping. As long as it's nothing crazy. Uh, Republic mapped, democracy mapped or something. I don't know. I'm really just tired and yeah. It's almost 1 a.m. for me. Yeah. Mm. Y'all, I know I'm gonna sleep. I'm either gonna fall asleep on stream or fall asleep in bed. If I fall asleep on stream, that would be insane. It's almost 10 p.m. It's almost 6 a.m. in England. And I can tell you that. I can tell you the time, exact time for England right now as we speak. I'm pretty sure it's 5 a.m. And then where I'm at, it's just like 12. Get a load of this East Coaster. East Coaster? East Coast is good. I don't like the East Coast though. I don't like I don't like the United States in general. The people suck. But the people that I know on the East Coast are really, really stupid, low IQ, but I'm also in the South. And they also love their cousins too much. But I'm also from the South. So keep that in mind. I wonder how the North is. Oklahoma? Hold up. I just realized that. Yo, I don't know how I just realized that. Oklahoma. That's a nice play on words. I get someone isn't in the peak central time zone? Nah, it's not that peak. Yo, I gotta stop. I gotta stop, get up, and wake myself up. You just noticed that? Yeah, I just noticed that. Don't judge me, bro. I barely slept last night. and it's Sunday at 12 a.m. and I did not sleep Friday. Chap, I don't have a sleep schedule or sleep. I didn't sleep at all. Yeah. Bro, I don't know how I went from loving sleep, being obsessed with sleep, getting sleep, to one of the most sleep deprived people in the mapping community. Probably guaranteed. Because Adis has been sleeping recently. It's surprising. But Adis has been sleeping recently. I'm pretty sure. There's a reason it's called Central Standard Time Zone. We are the best. No, it's Saturday, 11:47. Well, according to the world time, it is actually 5:47 a.m. on at UTC. Shoot, my parents are probably going to be mad at me for getting Kool-Aid for the I don't know how many times tonight, but I'm almost out of Kool-Aid. I'm gonna need to make another batch tomorrow. Shoot, I only have a gallon left. Yeah, I only have a gallon of Kool-Aid left. Good God, I'm low. Only a gallon. I'm slacking. Have any of y'all played EU5 yet? You know what? I, in fact, do have EU5 downloaded, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Better than any of the other mapping game I've played. Like, it's addicting. I'm trying to rearrange parts of my room because I'm still adapting to my desk movement and all that mess, even though it's been a minute. That's insane. Shoot, I'm about to play me some music. Just realized I wasn't like that, so I gotta. So, what I like personally is I don't even know what I'm talking about. Chat, I need help. It truly is. I'm already working on porting my Hoi 4 mod over to it. True, true paradox, man. I'm not even good at the game. I suck at the game. I'm barely a good paradox gamer. It's insane. But EU5, good. Like I gotta automate a lot of stuff, but I'm slowly switching to like not automating stuff and figuring out how to do it on my own. Slowly. Putting in a few hours on working on it, but there's a lot of hours that I need to put into it. I'm so tired of I'm just singing the Philippines province rap. Yo, I'm just listening to Linkin Park. I don't even know what I was listening to earlier to get my YouTube Music for You page to Linkin Park, but I got it there. I was listening to German music, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure, but I might have been. Not even 100%. I might have been listening to Moonwalker or some German metal band, which I love Moonwalker. If y'all don't know Moonwalker, good. Good or not, I don't even care. But Moonwalker, true artist. Like I'm not even into just his style sometimes, but for some of his songs I'm super into just because the message, and then some songs I like just the general feel of the song instead of the general message. He's either hitting with the message, which is almost every single time, or it just like is my feel, or like how it sounds. Which I love message music rather than feel music. Like if it's nice beat to it and all that mess, good. But if it has like a good message to it, like politics and how messed up the world is, Moonwalker covers that so much. Just more leftist focused, but still has the overall message that people are too radicalized. All right, well, do you have any questions before I start writing my book again? Oh, you're writing a book? Hold up, hold up. I'll read that once you're done writing it. Belarusian? I don't even know the language. Not even gonna try to guess it, but all right. Um, if you ever want to message me and see how the mapping community is going, feel free. But other than that, go do your thing, write your book. That seems pretty cool. Also, EU5, play with me, please, if you want to. Don't care. Not many people have EU5. Oh, I'm convincing one of my friends to get it though. Don't know if he has. I'm gonna have to get up with him. If he doesn't, I don't know. But go have fun writing your book. Oklahoma. Yeah, that's so corny. So corny, but it works. Works perfectly. Like I got Angolan ball mapping. Oklahoma though, corny. Rolls off good. Rolls off great. Anyways, yeah, it's been fun writing it. I'll send you a link when I finish one day, and you can always message me with any mapping or book questions. All right, let me know what you're writing the book about later, but other than that, yeah, have fun. Yeah, we can play sometime. All right. I really want to find someone who's good at EU5, get me introduced to Paradox, but also not really teach me because I figured some of it out on my own. It's quite a story. All right. If it's a if it's good, I'll let you know. But that's really cool. Book writing. So you're a ex-mapper, author, EU5 player, and an Unk. Look at that. I'm calling you an Unk because I get called an Unk a lot. Helps me boost my confidence by calling other people Unk. So, yeah. For years, I thought this was emoji was an ear that just got a piercing. What? It's a hearing aid. Yo. So people know. God. Alright, I need some Kool-Aid. It's been too long without Kool-Aid for me.